encima. Choco, choco. Toco, toco. Cambio de dirección. ¿Sí? Venga, podemos empezar. 2 veces. De Busi a Sergi. De Sergi a Ronald. De Ronald a Busi. Buena. Voy lanzando. Eso es, voy lanzando, Ronald. Bien. Buena, voy lanzando un poquito. Buena.
From Manankyo takes on Hulala Kafu live on Supersport.
Barcelona takes on Juventus. Hello, everyone. Dave Denholm alongside Matt Lawrence for this match. Matt, you've seen these two teams in their preseason here in 2022. clubs coming into this match here in Dallas.
Well, certainly Barcelona were incredibly impressive against Real Madrid. Look, we know they're playing catch-up with Real Madrid. That's why they've signed Rafinha. That's why they've signed Lewandowski to hopefully catch up with Real Madrid domestically, overtake them in La Liga, and then hopefully as well overtake them in the Champions League. They were very strong. Real Madrid did not have a shot on target against Barcelona, but again, we can't get carried away, Dave. This is just pre-season.
A victory by Juventus over Chivas. Watch that match. From the Italian side. From the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, it's the Soccer Champions Tour 2022 as FC Barcelona takes on Juventus. Hello everyone, Dave Denholm alongside Matt Lawrence for this match. Matt, you've seen these two teams in their pre-season here in 2022. What have you noticed out of these two clubs coming into this match here in Dallas?
Well, certainly Barcelona were incredibly impressive against Real Madrid. Look, we know they're playing catch-up with Real Madrid. That's why they've signed Rafinha. That's why they've signed Lewandowski to hopefully catch up with Real Madrid domestically, overtake them in La Liga, and then hopefully as well overtake them in the Champions League. They were very strong. Real Madrid did not have a shot on target against Barcelona, but again, we can't get carried away, Dave. This is just pre-season.
A victory by Juventus over Chivas. You watched that match. What did you see from the Italian side, Matt?
Juventus were just too good for Chivas. So Chivas had only just played 2 days beforehand as well. They're 4 games into their season, playing 48 hours beforehand. It was very much a makeshift starting lineup. Juventus were impressive, but they were playing against a very much lackluster Chivas side. And Juventus are the same as Barcelona. They're playing catch-up. They've got to catch up against Inter Milan. They've got to catch up with AC Milan. And then, of course, they can't get knocked out in the early stage of the Champions League. I think you've got two very similar sides here within their respective leagues, playing catch-up with the big boys. And these two teams like to think they're the big boys as well.
Sense the two teams about to rush through the tunnel here onto the pitch at the historic Cotton Bowl, and it is warm. They're met by a warm welcome on many levels. Temperatures just above triple digits at the start of this match, Matt, but plenty of coverage on the pitch. A lot of nice shade here at the Cotton Bowl, ironically.
There's some shade, Dave, that's for sure, but it's still about 175 degrees down there. It's incredibly hot, it's humid, it's a little bit sticky, that's for sure, Dave. But look, I think both of these teams will play 45 minutes, one 11, 45 minutes, another 11. So you give it your all for 45 minutes, and you know you're then going to be relieved, and it'll be a different set of players coming up for the second half.
And here comes Barcelona and Juventus.
Ladies and gentlemen,
back at the Cotton Bowl for this one, just moments away from Barcelona and Juventus, part of the Soccer Champions Tour. Let's go to the starting lineups for Barcelona. On Marc-Andre ter Stegen in net, Jordi Alba, Eric Garcia, Andres Christensen, the new signing, and Roberto. In the midfield, it's the captain, Sergio Busquets, who really runs the show.
Yeah, he really does. And in the last game, he's 34 years of age. In the last game, he had Gavi one side of him and Pedri the other side of him. He's 34. The two youngsters were 36, so just 2 years older between the two players. But yeah, Busquets runs the show. But I'm going to be really intrigued to see Garcia and Christensen as well, the two centre-halves. They both played in the last game against Real Madrid.
Robert Lewandowski will look for his first goal with Barcelona. Here's Juventus' starting 11 for Massimiliano Allegri, Wojciech Szczesny in goal. Leonardo Bonucci back as the captain in the midfield, in the center of the defense, rather, after not playing in the last match.
Yeah, look, we talk about born leaders, and Bonucci is a born leader. Now Chiellini has obviously gone to LAFC as well. It's all down to Bonucci. He will master and he will patrol that back line as well, with Chesney just in behind him as well. Look, Chesney hardly had a shot to save against Chivas, and Ter Stegen's just about removed himself off the deck chair after playing against Real Madrid. Didn't have a save to make. So hopefully these two goalkeepers will be put, tested a little bit today, Dave.
Keep your eye out for former PSG man, of course, Angel Di Maria, the Argentine international, up front for Juventus. They're going to need him offensively this season, Matt. It is a team that really still trying to figure out, besides Dusan Vlahovic, who's a little banged up, they don't know what's going on offensively yet.
No, they don't. And look, in the last game against Chivas, granted a lacklustre Chivas side, but Di Maria and Pogba were the driving force going forward. And obviously no Pogba with a knee injury, which is a big shame, of course. But Di Maria, maybe 34 years of age, but got real quality still in those boots.
The referee for this one in the middle of the pitch right now is Elton Garcia, USL Referee of the Year in 2020. The fourth official is Brandon Gardner. Jennifer Garner and Matthew Seam are the assistant referees, and Garcia will look to the sideline here, and the fourth official to determine when we're going to kick this off. Juventus in the white, Barcelona in the yellow-colored jersey.
Tested a little bit today, Dave.
Keep your eye out for former PSG man, of course, Angel Di Maria, the Argentine international,
heavily
up front for Juventus. They're going to need him offensively this season. Matt, it is a team that really still trying to figure out, besides Dusan Vlahovic, who's a little banged up, they don't know what's going on offensively yet.
No, they don't. And look, in the last game against Chivas, granted a lacklustre Chivas side, but Di Maria and Pogba were the driving force going forward. And obviously no Pogba with a knee injury, which is a big shame, of course. But Di Maria, maybe 34 years of age, but got real quality still in those boots.
The referee for this one in the middle of the pitch right now is Elton Garcia, USL Referee of the Year in 2020. The fourth official is Brandon Gardner. Jennifer Garner and Matthew Seam are the assistant referees. Garcia will look to the sideline here, and the fourth official
gets tucked away. It'll be a throw-in
to determine when we're going to kick this off. Juventus in the white, Barcelona in the
he offers something a little bit different for Barcelona in the middle of midfield. He can get forward. He's almost a box-to-box midfielder. He's very good at keeping the ball, as we're seeing here.
Heavily weighted towards Barcelona for this match, no doubt.
Absolutely. We've seen about 3 or 4 Juventus shirts, as well as the 11 down there on the field, but that's about it. It is a plethora. It's absolutely raging, ram-packed full of Barcelona fans here, Dave.
And we are underway at the Cotton Bowl. Just a minute here at the Cotton Bowl. Played back to new signing Bremer. Juventus, came over from Torino after Matthias de Ligt 2022 for Bayern Munich. Into the corner there, cleared up by Juventus. On the football now, Juventus, middle of the pitch there. Barcelona settle it through Busquets, of course. Such a rock solid. Many Juventus fans and
midfielder in that center of the mid.
At the club really
one of my favorite signings
midfielder.
All world football this offseason.
Good defensive work by Barcelona in the offensive half.
Throw-in for Barcelona.
Kessie.
Yeah, Kessie's an absolute beast. He offers something a little bit different for Barcelona in the middle of midfield. He can get forward. He's almost a box-to-box midfielder. He's very good at keeping the ball, as we're seeing here, but also we know he's got an eye for goal as well. And of course he knows he's got that safety magnet of Busquets just in behind him as well. Of course, but whether that happens during the season, we don't know. You bring in the best centre forward in the world, possibly Lewandowski, maybe Haaland at Manchester City.
It'll be a free kick for Juventus. We've played just a minute here at the Cotton Bowl. No score. Barcelona and Juventus, the soccer champions, a little early for these continues here in 2022. Raining down from the Barca fans. Here they come. Barcelona on the wing. Shot just from the football now. Juventus, middle of the pitch there. Certainly has the green light away. He wants it here on this right side. Nicolo Rovella. Many Juventus fans and people at the club really high on him as a midfielder. That's a good steal there. Good defensive work by Barcelona in the offensive half.
Absolutely oozing with confidence.
Kessie.
Cuts inside Cuadrado, but really cuts across
wide,
the ball, drags it a long way wide. But he does have that confidence.
It's interesting to see how he fits in now that Robert Lewandowski, of course, here. The big signing from Bayern Munich. The undercut foul there.
Quite easy to say he doesn't fit in. We know he's out there playing on the left-hand side, of course, but whether that happens during the season, we don't know. You bring in the best centre forward in the world, possibly in Lewandowski, maybe Haaland at Manchester City, and you then get hung out to dry a little bit. You've got to go play on the left-hand side, or maybe substitute quite a lot for Aubameyang.
Stolen away
Maybe a little early for these Olays, but they are raining down from the Barca fans. Here they come. Barcelona on the wing. Shot just
for somebody, unless they're a good player, and Bremer's a very,
certainly has the green light whenever he wants it
defender.
here on this right side.
And look at Kelly there. Barcelona still on the front foot
It wide
early
there.
in this match. Chesney will have the goal pass there from Dembele out
Maybe
wide.
early on in the season, it is still pre-season, but Dembele absolutely oozing with confidence. Cuts inside Cuadrado, but really cuts across the ball. They dragged it a long way wide. But he does have that confidence. You don't mind him shooting this early on already. But next time you hope he tests the goalkeeper. But really dominant, playing on the front foot here, squeezing high up the pitch, pressurising Juventus inside their own 18-yard box as well. That is what gave them the success against
Certainly
Real
a
Madrid,
foul, but
having
no ill
success
intent there on
again.
Sergio
Yes, only
Roberto.
4 minutes in, but you can see the
back on the ball.
they've already mapped out.
New signing Christensen back on the line here to Dembele again. Dembele just 2 goals last year, but 13 assists. Stolen away there nicely by Bremer. We're going to say that a lot this season in Serie A.
On the bad giveaway, frankly.
You don't pay nearly $50 million for somebody unless they're a good player, and Bremer's a very, very good player. Good footballer, good defender.
Give away from Locatelli there. Barcelona still on the front foot early in this match. A good pass there from Dembele out wide.
Good pressure here from Locatelli to try to break the lead into the corner.
Aubameyang, see Xavi, what a legend.
They're very much starting where they left off. Barcelona, they're incredibly dominant against Real Madrid, and already, yes, only a few minutes in, I know, but really dominant, playing on the front foot here, squeezing high up the pitch, pressurising Juventus inside their own 18-yard box as well. That is what gave them the success against Real Madrid, not just the success again here. Yes, only 4 minutes in, but you can see the pattern that they've already mapped out. 10 figures in debt as well.
You mentioned that victory over Real Madrid in the Soccer Champions Tour 1-0. Rafinha with the goal. He is available on the substitutes bench tonight for this one, not the starting 11.
Coming off his line is Chesney.
What a goal it was on the bad giveaway, frankly, but what a finish.
It will be a
5th minute, no score in this one. Again, Barcelona deep in the Juve defensive half. Bit of clears there. Good pressure here from Locatelli to try to break free on the right. Maria out there active. See Xavi, what a legend. Good flick. Barcelona coach has to get back to the top of La Liga. Let's be frank, they were way behind Real Madrid. You mentioned it, man. We'll let it ride.
Exactly, a long way behind. 13 points behind Real Madrid. They have been behind Real Madrid for the last 3 seasons. Whether it be Real Madrid, whether it be Atletico Madrid, and that's not just domestically, that's in the Champions League as well. And when you're spending all that money, when you're 10 figures in debt as well, and you're still spending big, you better be successful.
Toys out there in midfield. Forward now. Coming off his line is Chesney, 25 yards away. Does a good job there to clean it up.
Busquets with the steal.
It will be a throw-in for Barcelona.
Just over the bar from 22.
Quickly taken on that far side.
Goal for Barcelona.
Busquets.
He might have thought he had it there.
New signing from Chelsea, Hunter's Christensen.
He doesn't
forward
care
there, not wide to Dembele here on the right.
Whether it's a
active.
pre-season friendly, whether it's the first game of the season, he wants to hit the back of the net. You saw him just sizing up the top corner there, uses the player as a
read it with
block,
Lewandowski, but just a little late into the corner, and Juventus will let it ride over the touchline.
He's desperate for that first goal.
Another giveaway.
Robert Lewandowski, the big signing from Bayern Munich. Lewandowski made it known he wanted to come to FC Barcelona. What a legend, over 600 goals in his career.
Into the corner again.
Made it known, wouldn't go anywhere else, refused to.
I'm being
Threw his
polite.
toys out of the pram.
I'm being polite, man.
You're being polite, and I like it. I'm cynical, Matt. I can be cynical, but yes, he did. He made it known, didn't he?
Busquets with the steal.
Lewandowski.
Oh, just over the bar from 22 for Juventus. Looking for that first goal for Barcelona.
He's a
Might have thought he had it
He's
there.
now playing almost as a left midfielder at the top of the. He doesn't care whether it's training, whether it's a pre-season friendly, whether it's the first game of the season. He wants to hit the back of the net. You saw him just sizing up the top corner there. Uses the player as a little block, a wall to go around, but just got it a yard over the crossbar there. Lewandowski. He's desperate, no doubt. He's desperate for that first goal.
Another giveaway. Barcelona. Dembele.
Shot blocked there by
Santo. Deflects out to Kessie on the far side. Barcelona on the front foot and then some here in the early moments. Into the corner again. cross just too far for everybody who played nearly 8 minutes at the Cotton Bowl. No score.
Juventus cleared out here. Cuadrado.
We played for 8 minutes, and Barcelona have played for 7.5 of them. It's been all Barcelona.
More in the midfield role here tonight.
Barcelona incredibly dominant here. Juventus really struggling to get a foothold in this game.
The youngster Nico, good job there.
Yeah, predominantly as a right back as well. He's now playing almost as a left midfielder, the top of the three, really. Moise Keane playing through the middle, and Cuadrado on this left-hand side.
Referee says play on. Alexandro missed his work with Locatelli and Cuadrado here.
But then another giveaway. Into the middle, Lewandowski onside.
Work to do.
Onto the right foot.
Stood up nicely by Bremer there.
That is
Good defensive work by the former Torino man.
9 consecutive Serie A.
And now Juventus finally across midfield. Maria.
Both of these sides are in similar positions, domestically speaking. They've got to get one over on their rivals. Obviously, Barcelona got to get one over on Real Madrid. Juventus, not only AC Milan, Inter Milan, and at times Napoli as well. We played for 8 minutes, and Barcelona have played for 7.5 of them. It's been all Barcelona. That's not even being flippant. Barcelona incredibly dominant here. Juventus really struggling to get a foothold in this game.
The youngster Nico, good job there getting out to Sergio Roberto near midfield. Christensen.
A lot of movement inside for Juventus. Cuadrado patient.
Nico pushed off the football there. Might have thought that was a foul. The referee says play on. Cuadrado mishits that one.
Is in the middle.
Throw in Barcelona.
Good ball, Di Maria.
Massimiliano Allegri, work to do. Juventus, 2 straight 4th place finishes in Serie A. That is certainly not what they're used to after 9 consecutive Serie A victories. He
gets the ball here in the penalty area. He picks his head. Both of these sides are in similar positions, domestically speaking. They've got to get one over on their rivals. Obviously, Barcelona got to get one over on Real Madrid. Juventus, not only AC Milan, Inter Milan, and at times Napoli as well. You said how they've been left by the wayside in the last season or so. Absolutely sums Juventus up at the moment. There isn't a great deal for the man in possession of the ball. So
on the attack, Juventus.
And that's when they have the ball.
Slow build up here out wide to Cuadrado. Barcelona back in possession.
Just past the 10-minute mark here inside for Juventus. Cuadrado patient. Di Maria.
Sandro. Good swing
is in the middle.
Oh,
good ball, Di Maria.
First shot blocked. Stegen comes out and grabs it. That's better from Juventus there. Patience here from Barcelona.
Much better from Juventus, and you see Di Maria when he gets the ball here in the penalty area, he picks his head up, but he hasn't really got anybody to find. The pullback's not there, so he tries to go alone, but it's very hard to strike the ball through Christensen and through Ter Stegen at such a tight angle, but he didn't have anything else on. Dave, I think you said it. You said how slow it was, little movement off the ball. I think that absolutely takes too many touches at the moment. There isn't a great deal for the man in possession of the ball. So little movement ahead of them, and that's when they have the ball.
Barcelona close
a great deal so far.
Another giveaway from Juventus, just past the 10-minute mark here in the first half.
High pressure of Barcelona. Juventus giving the ball away time and time again, and this is where Aubameyang wants to be, in the centre of the park, in between the widths of the penalty area, there in between the width of the goalpost, just drags the shot a little bit wide.
It's early, but it feels like the goal is coming already.
It really does. Look, the goal's coming. It's coming from Barcelona. That's for certain.
Here from Barcelona.
So dominant. I love the way they're pushing high up the field as well. Juventus are a really good footballing side, and they're struggling to get out of their
Lewandowski directing traffic for Dembele.
Side you up. Press high,
football again.
press together, and you're following the same tactical makeup, same tactical plan. This is where to try it, though. In the final third of the field, in pre-season, we've seen Lewandowski and Dembele taking too many touches and giving the ball away.
Shot from just wide. And again, Barcelona close here in the opening minutes. Another giveaway from Juventus.
Absolutely, all about the high pressure of Barcelona. Juventus giving the ball away time and time again. And this is where Aubameyang wants to be, in the centre of the park, in between the widths of the penalty area. There, in between the width of the goalpost, just drags the shot a little bit wide. It takes a little bit of a deflection.
It's early, but it feels like the goal is coming already.
Harder for Ter Stegen. It really does. Look, if the goal's coming, it's coming from Barcelona, that's for certain. They've been so dominant. I love the way they're pushing high up the field as well. Juventus are a really good footballing side, and they're struggling to get out of their own half. It doesn't matter how good a side you are, if you press high and you press together and you're following the same tactical makeup, same tactical plan, it's really hard to play through teams.
certainly looked well drilled in these first 12 minutes. Over the right foot. Wicked angle. Forward past their breaking lines. Locatelli. Step in and knock it out of play. Ball down the middle. Keane. Well broken up there by Christensen. Still, Di Maria. Di Maria with the right foot. Up a little bit offensively. As he gets down to his left. It'll be Alexandro for the throw. That is better again from Juventus, and Di Maria again a big part of it.
Exactly, loves finding those little pockets of space, doesn't he, Di Maria? It takes a little bit of a deflection there, which makes the save slightly harder for Ter Stegen. But 102 minutes in, Ter Stegen's finally had a save to make.
Not a lot of space going forward. Again, Locatelli breaking up the play there for Barcelona. Essentially Cuadrado. See the captain. Good turn there. Forward now. Good switch. Giorgio Chiellini after all those years and all those titles. Cuadrado thought about taking it with the right foot. Wicked angle. And then just Dembele time to step in and knock it out of play.
The match day sat next to each other.
13 minutes gone. No score, but Juventus just now starting to turn it up a little bit offensively and getting back into this one. It'll be Alexandro for the throw.
But look, he's a born leader, isn't he?
Indeed. Captain tonight. Foul there was Keane. Cassie steps in and takes it away from Barcelona. Oh, bad giveaway, Dembele. Again, not a lot of space going there for Juventus, a little bit nothing malicious. Cleaned up there nicely. Kessie gets caught. He's up, he's okay. Bonucci, the captain. 14.5 minutes gone here. Barcelona have certainly been knocking on the door, a couple of missed opportunities. You wonder how much he's missing, Giorgio Chiellini, after all those years and all those titles. Long ball down the far right side, just a little too far.
I can just imagine them in the dressing room on a match day, sat next to each other, on the training ground, sat next to each other, on the back of the coach, probably playing cards on every away game. I bet he's missing him massively, Bonucci. But look, he's a born leader, isn't he? I think they're saying the ball was a little bit flat, so he just dismissed the ball.
I went to look for Kessie after you always think it might be someone injured. Kessie had just taken that knock. He's fine. Kessie there, the foul and a free kick now for Barcelona.
I half wondered, as to whether they were going to have a little bit of a drinks interlude.
Again, just a late reach there from behind.
That's why the game
nothing malicious.
A little bit. It is so hot, it is so sticky.
Kessie gets caught.
There's no way
he's up,
he's okay. That tempo up Barcelona. That's why they've just
14.5 minutes gone here. Barcelona have certainly been knocking on the door, a couple of missed opportunities. Here they go again, Nico. Juventus, but a quick steal here from Barcelona. That one. Oh, good interception there, Zakaria. Alexandro tucked inside. Juventus will play it back to Chesney. Di Maria, look at the speed. Of course, former Arsenal and Roma keeper. Lays it off to Cuadrado. Now he's going to play it out. It does look like. Lays it back to the middle and no one there for Juventus.
I think they're saying the ball was a little bit flat, so he just dismissed the ball.
I went to look for Kessie after you always think it might be someone injured. Kessie had just taken that knock. He's fine. So they do replace the football over on the far side.
I half wondered, as to whether they were going to have a little bit of a drinks interlude here, 15 minutes in. That's why the game slowed a little bit. It is so hot, it is so sticky here. There's no way they could keep that tempo up, Barcelona. That's why they've just sat back a little bit in the last few minutes and let Juventus into the game.
Chesney cheers the fair play from Aubameyang there to throw it back to Juventus, but a quick steal here from Barcelona. Oh, a good interception there, Zakaria. Alexandro tucked inside here, middle of the field. Di Maria, look at the speed. The player is down this time. 34 years old, lays it off to Cuadrado. In the area, Cuadrado. Lays it back to the middle and no one there for Juventus.
From the referee as well. He knows it's a pre-season friendly. He knows it's incredibly hot out here. It just gives the players a chance to go over and take liquids, take fluids on. You saw Cuadrado as well. He's playing on the left-hand side, but he's desperate to manoeuvre the ball back onto his right foot. He laid it into the path of Di Maria, but Di Maria had a little swing at it and missed. But Di Maria, you're right, the pace of him. He may be 34 years of age, but there's plenty of pace left in those old legs of his. And this is where Cuadrado was just desperate to get the ball back onto his right foot. If he was left-footed, he would have gone outside of the player and had a shot on target. He kept trying to manoeuvre the ball back inside, laid it into the path of Di Maria, and he just swung and missed.
Alba. And a player is down this time for, and of course, we will have a hydration break in both halves. That's not unexpected on a night like tonight. Still a little ways to go for that.
Well, that's just sensible from the referee as well. He knows it's a pre-season friendly. He knows it's incredibly hot out here. It just gives the players a little chance to go over and take liquids, take fluids on.
Nicola Rovella here. Let's get a replay of that. On this right side, strong with Kessie and Quadrado getting back defensively there on the play. Again, not a lot in it. He just took the
fine one to talk. I went with Olive
arm to the head there. Unintentional from Kessie.
At the end of 90 minutes.
Rookie get a good check of
very much so.
Rovella to make sure he's all right.
Yeah, this is where Quadrado was just desperate to get the ball back onto his right foot. If he was left-footed, he would have gone outside of the player and had a shot on target. He kept trying to manoeuvre the ball back inside, laid it into the path of Di Maria, and he just swung and missed.
Thankfully, it looks like Rovella's okay. Trying to walk this one off. And of course, we will have a hydration break in both halves. That's not unexpected on a night like tonight. Still a little ways to go for that. That was a bad foul.
Well, that's just for you and I, Dave. That was. I'm with you. Nothing too malicious, but I think Quadrado knew what he was going to do there. Just I can see the back of the Achilles on Roberto's
19th minute.
Certainly a sore one.
Out wide, Sergio Roberto. Dembele on this right side. They've been busy.
Inexperienced players as well, but no one wants to get injured in pre-season, that's for sure. Well, look, Dave, I'm a fine one to talk. I went with Olive Reed. Goodness knows what this is going to look like come out at the end of 90 minutes. I don't think there's anybody going to do anything too stupid out there. Very much so. Didn't even wear an undershirt.
Regular season starts, a victory is no injuries.
Yes. Fitness.
Roberto gets slipped there from Quadrado. Chesney plays it out. The referee Garcia comes over. 40 million euro sign talking to here to Quadrado. Still pressure from Barcelona. McKean does a nice job walk this one off. Racing forward, and he's fouled there. Again, a little chippy here, but nothing, it seems, malicious between these two sides. That was a bad foul.
That was. I'm with you. Nothing too malicious, but I think Quadrado knew what he was going to do there. Just to studge down the back of the Achilles on Roberto's right foot. Certainly a sore one. I know he got fouled. But you've got some very experienced players out here. He's got rather inexperienced players as well, but no one wants to get injured in pre-season, that's for sure. Of course, professional pride. Of course, you want to win. You want to win every 50-50 tackle. But I don't think there's anybody going to do anything too stupid out there today.
Really good games here in North America. Before the regular season starts, a victory is no injuries.
Yes.
Ronald Araujo.
Fitness, match fitness, and no injuries. Exactly that.
Chesney plays it out with the 6-0 victory over Inter Miami. 40 million euro signing win season. Matt, you mentioned pressure from Barcelona. McKean does a nice job of creating some space. Racing forward, and he's fouled there.
The field, statistically speaking, as well as the score.
Roberto puts out the hand like, I'm sorry.
But they didn't have a shot on target. Real Madrid didn't even have a corner.
Look at Kelly. Loosens up Sandro on the left. Sandro.
He's so quick over those first few yards, but I do sometimes think he's got those first few yards and he's got the blinkers on still. I know he got fouled, but he doesn't really pick his head up, see what's around him. He's got his head down, he's just running with the ball, whether he hits somebody, whether somebody tackles him, whether somebody fouls him. I think that's something he needs to add to his game, just that awareness of what's going on around him.
It seems as though a couple of players have had really good games here in North America. They are being rested. Pedri and Ronald Araujo, both of them done very well. Barcelona with a 6-0 victory over Inter Miami.
They had an awful lot of possession there, Juventus,
with the 1-0
but
win.
they just held firm Barcelona. They didn't dive in, and they sent Juventus all the way back to keeper Chesney, and they're doing again. They're doing the same again. They were absolutely fantastic. They were dominant all over the field, statistically speaking, as well as the scoreline. I know it was only 1-0, but they didn't have a shot on target. Real Madrid. They didn't even have a corner.
Locatelli loosens up Sandro on the left. Sandro into the 18. About to pull the card away. Quadrado for Eric Garcia, but he elects not to. Juventus still in possession here. Right through the back of Quadrado there. Rovella.
That's a really silly foul from Garcia. There's absolutely no need. All he needs to do is hold Quadrado up. He's facing his own goal, Quadrado. No need for him to go to the back of the player.
It seems as though anything but positive going forward for Juventus has actually started quite often with Locatelli so far tonight.
If it was a Serie A game, he's a magical player, Locatelli. But also, you have to credit Barcelona as well. They had an awful lot of possession there, Juventus, but they just held firm Barcelona. They didn't dive in, and they sent Juventus all the way back to keeper Chesney, and they're doing the same again here, Dave.
Here is that pressure. Chesney is clear with the left foot down the line. Good work by Sandro, and then Cuadrado to hold it up.
Came up late, it would not have counted.
No, it looked like the referee Garcia was just about to pull the card out finally on that one for Eric Garcia, but he elects not to.
Very close, just past the midway point of the first
right
half.
through the back of Cuadrado there.
Yeah, it's a really silly foul from Garcia. There's absolutely no need. All he needs to do is hold Cuadrado up. He's facing his own goal, Cuadrado. No need for him to go through the back of the player. And I think you're right. The referee was going to give a yellow if it was a match day situation, if it was a La Liga game, if it was a Serie A game, or a Champions League game, that would have been a booking.
Now all of a sudden Barcelona unable to hang onto the football much. A foul call there. Let's take a look at that offside. Great call.
It is, and it's clear as day. What do I know,
Outside,
Dave?
Cuadrado!
And the flag did come up early.
This is
It did come up early.
And the offside
He was
flag
very
does come up
sure.
late.
Very self-aware, the assistant referee on the far side, and anyway, Cuadrado
Well, the
missed the
flag
effort.
came up late, it would
He
not
wasn't
have
to know
counted.
at the time that he was offside.
I
I'm
didn't
sure
think
he
that
would
was
have
offside.
Yes,
It
the
was
linesman's
offside.
given it. We know there's no
Well, I gotta be
VAR, but
honest,
initially I
Matt,
thought it was a really
onside as
well timed
well.
run from Cuadrado.
Very close. We both just past the midway point of the first half, and Juventus close. Juventus again on this near side, taking the lead. Oh, good layoff. Di Maria. Cuadrado couldn't finish it anyway.
Let the ball get away from him.
But the offside was close. Again. Flag did come up late, but there is no VAR, as Matt mentioned.
Cuadrado back to work. Di Maria with the back heel.
Out wide. Tordiaba. Juventus feeling good about themselves right now. Now all of a sudden Barcelona unable to hang onto the football much. A foul call there.
Di Maria.
Let's take a look at that offside. Great call.
It is, and it's clear as day. What do I know, Dave?
And the flag did come up early, to be fair.
It did come up early. He was very sure, very self-aware, the assistant referee on the far side, and anyway, Cuadrado missed the effort. He wasn't to know at the time that he was offside. I'm sure he would have had a little inkling that he was offside. But I like what they're doing.
Well, I got to be honest, Matt. I thought he was onside as well.
I 100% thought he was onside at the time. They've got that solid
We
back
both
and
missed
forth.
it.
Right now, it's a solid
Kudos to the assistant referee on the far side. Here comes Juventus again.
It's almost 5-4-1 out of possession of the ball.
Thought about the cross, pulls it back.
Haven't really created that much, but Di Maria is finding pockets and pockets of space. He does it so well.
Cuadrado again to Di Maria. Good turn, Keane. That's well read there by Garcia. Christensen. Kessie, a huge part of that Serie A championship for AC Milan last season. That much so far.
No, and they are on the back foot, but I like what they're doing here, Barcelona. They're just sitting off. They're soaking up the pressure at the moment. They've got that solid bank of four. Right now, it's a solid bank of five as well, with a four in front of them. It's almost 5-4-1 out of possession of the ball, Barcelona. His teammates really created that much with Di Maria. Every time Kessie gets the ball in space, he does it so well. He looks central. He tries to get the ball into Lewandowski. But you're right, Dave. You hardly mentioned his name.
That's well read there by
starting 11 at the beginning of the game. Apart from that, he hasn't done a great deal.
Chesney forward. Many of you are wondering, Weston McKennie not in the starting 11. Paul Pogba is not available. He did not make the trip. He had suffered a knee injury. They're still waiting on word on how severe that is. That's a blow for Juventus, no doubt. The free transfer from Manchester United. Foul there on Juventus. Telly a little late on that tackle.
Yeah, not bad business at all, is it, from Juventus? Get him on a free from Manchester United, sell him back to Man United for $115 million, and then get him back on a free. Economics 101, Dave.
That's Portuguese club good economics right there.
Well, it's certainly not Barcelona club economics, that's for certain.
I'll tell you what, if I hold a garage sale, I want the Portuguese football clubs to run it. Magnificent work financially in the transfer market for many of them. Ball cannot be kept in play. It'll be a throw-in for Juventus. 27.5 minutes gone at the Cotton Bowl. Dave Denholm and Matt Lawrence with you here on FS2. No score, Barcelona and Juventus, part of the Soccer Champions Tour 2022. And after some rocky first few minutes, Juventus have really settled in here in this first half.
Absolutely, thoroughly concur. They've been the better side, if anything, Juventus, in the last 10 or 15 minutes. They're certainly dominating possession at the moment. Just as I say that, they give the ball away.
Oh, good step up, Rovella. Quadrado. Caria, time to turn. Perfect pass out wide. Here comes Juventus. Good crossing. Keane cannot get enough on it. Garcia got down hard, and he's a little slow to get up. Actually, that was Christensen, and now Keane is down.
Well, this is a terrific ball played in with the outside of the left foot, just in behind that back line of Barcelona. No surprise again that it's that man Di Maria, but also that's why Moise Kean is not a top draw centre forward. A swing and a miss there for Moise Kean, just about misses it with the right foot, hits his left shin pad.
And the referee is going to say it's hydration break time here, as two players still down at the 6, legs tangled there on that play between Moise Kean and Andres Christensen, getting checked out by the training staff. So both teams will take the hydration break. Matt, you just summed it up a few moments ago. Juventus back in this match. What does Barcelona need to do now to get it back to those first few minutes when they were on the front foot?
Well, I think it's going to be very difficult because of the heat, because of the humidity. The reason they were so successful in the first 10 or 15 minutes, because they were pushed so high up the field, really pressurising Juventus. I don't want to quite say they've run themselves ragged and they can't do it anymore, but it is so hot, it is sticky. I can't emphasise enough how hot and humid it is here. Look, we know that these players are used to playing in a certain amount of heated conditions, but this is another level, Dave, as you're fanning yourself off as we're standing here.
But you also have to know that they likely know that it's probably 45 and done for these fellas. Absolutely,
it is. I would imagine that there's every chance that we see 2 new sets of 11 in the second half, certainly with this heat and humidity. We know the modern football team will have the nutritionists, will have the fitness coaches out there monitoring everything. And I think it'd almost be foolish to expect a player to go a full 90 here. Possibly 1 or 2 of them may go 60.
Juventus actually trained at Washburn Stadium not far from the Cotton Bowl, on the campus of SMU, so certainly got used to a little bit of this heat within the last few days here in Dallas. Right now, still no score. We're past the 30-minute mark in the hydration break currently. There will be one each half. You add that on in the stoppage time at the end of each half. Both teams getting a talking to from their managers. You got to take advantage of the coaching time. Any coaching time you get in the preseason. You can see Allegri and Xavi both going at it with their clubs.
This is where they earn the money, isn't it? This is almost an extension of a half-time, or it's a little break just before half-time, obviously, just to get those points across. And I think Allegri right now will be the happier of the 2 managers, that's for sure. But we just saw that cross from Di Maria with that outside of the left, just curling it in behind the back line.
Got used to a little bit of this
curling
heat
that into Lewandowski's
within the last few days here in Dallas.
Whipping that into the corner of the goal, and that
right
is
now,
1-0.
still no score. We're past the 30-minute mark in the hydration break currently. There will be one each half. Coming in for Sergio Roberto. Add that on in the American International Sergio Dest. Of course, went through the Ajax youth system. Both teams getting a talking to from their managers. You got to take advantage of the coaching time. Any coaching time you get in the preseason. You can see Allegri and Xavi both going at it with their clubs. Talented enough.
This is where they earn the money, isn't it? This is almost an extension of a half-time, or it's a little break just before half-time, obviously, just to get those points across. And I think Allegri right now will be the happier of the 2 managers, that's for sure. But we just saw that cross from Di Maria with that outside of the left, which is curling it in behind the back line. If he's curling that into Lewandowski, it's 1-0. Lewandowski's whipping that into the corner of the goal, and that is 1-0.
More than 20. And we do have a substitution for Barcelona. In fact, Sergio Dest in the second for Sergio Roberto. If he does, indeed. American International Sergio Dest, of course, went through the Ajax youth system. Forward now, we're transferring over to Barcelona. That was a pretty pleasant surprise in the world of football for American football. Certainly not a surprise that Desmond's front runner here. Absolutely talented enough. But whenever Barcelona comes calling, that is big news.
It really is, and he is talented, and he is one of not that many players in the modern game who is naturally two-footed as well. We saw it in the last game against Real Madrid. He doesn't mind going to the byline, crossing with his right foot, or cutting inside and shooting with his left. Now, does he play a whole hour now? 58 minutes, 59 minutes left of the game.
Barca has more than 22 players available tonight, so it may be a fact that he gets 60 minutes potential. We'll keep an eye on that in the second half and see when he gets subbed out. If he does, indeed, may get less than those 60 minutes, may only play 45. Forward now for Barcelona. It's Lewandowski all the way back in midfield here.
Moment of brilliance individually from Ousmane Dembele. It's 1-0.
A couple of former Dortmund front runners here, Aubameyang and Lewandowski.
They were very much on the front foot, Barcelona. So Gino Dest, does he get an assist
Back
there?
into Christensen. Christensen and Keane got up and were fine. That's good news. After tangling legs there at the 6. And the Juventus pouring forward just minutes ago here. We had the hydration break. We're back at it. A little bit more pep in the step of Barcelona here after the hydration break.
From that angle, he shouldn't be able to score. Chesney's
It's
not going to
Dest.
be happy
First
with
time
that.
really on the football.
Cuts it back onto
Wide
his right,
Dembele.
but it's a really tight angle. Yes, he
Dembele.
smashes it underneath the goalkeeper.
Dembele cutting it back. In the 18, Dembele. Shot! Goal! Ousmane Dembele, 32 goals in 150 appearances for Barcelona. Normally a setup man. We mentioned
Oh, what a moment of brilliance individually from Ousmane Dembele. It's 1-0.
Barcelona have the 1-0 lead here in the
Assist
first
to the
half.
hydration break, Dave. I think there, after the hydration break, they were very much on the front foot, Barcelona. So that's always key. So Gino Dest, does he get an assist there? But what an individual moment of magic here from Dembele. Here he is, Dest. He'll claim that assist, lays it into Dembele. Now it's all about that young man. Twinkle-toed, fleet of foot, and from that angle he shouldn't be able to score. Chesney's not going to be happy with that. Cuts it back onto his right foot. It's a really tight angle. Yes, he smashes it underneath the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper has to stand up big and strong there, not get beaten at that near post.
Cuadrado. Ousmane Dembele, 32 goals in 150 appearances for Barcelona. Normally a setup man. We mentioned the 13 assists last season, and he does it himself here tonight. And Barcelona have the 1-0 lead here in the first half.
Quadrado can only go inside onto his right foot. He went the other way. He took it inside onto his left foot and struck. So that's always keeping the defender second guessing if he can go inside or go outside. I said Dest can do it, certainly Dembele can do it. Initially went inside onto his left, cuts it back here onto his right. Yes, a good finish, but you have to question the goalkeeper here, Chesney.
Sensational play by Dembele. Crowd loves it. He caught Chesney a little bit there. Working through the Juventus defense again here to midfield. A giveaway there. Lewandowski laying it down. Aubameyang can't get there. Good turns of Caria. Space for Juventus. Cuadrado. 1v1 with Dest. Cuadrado. Barcelona back to help out defensively. Patience here.
Well, where Dembele or Dest can go inside or outside, Cuadrado can only go inside onto his right foot. Doesn't keep the defender second guessing at all. You know exactly what he's going to do. He only stands on that left foot of his.
Nico there, and a foul. 34-year-old Colombian renewed his contract there all the way back in April, all the way through this season.
Lewandowski is to get in the game. This is the goal from Dembele. No way in the world that he should be able to score.
Crowd loves
yes,
it as
Dembele.
Well,
but he strikes
working
it
through the Juventus
goalkeeper.
defense again here to midfield to Kessie.
He has to be saving that. A top draw goalkeeper saves that. If it's Manuel Neuer, if it's Ter Stegen, if it's Ederson, Alisson, they save that.
Busquets. Great switch. Aubameyang 1v1 here from Barcelona. Lewandowski trying to turn his defender out wide, and he does. Lewandowski, Alba, provider. Just out of the reach of Nico there, and a foul is called. Clearing line there for a little break there. 38 minutes.
This is how desperate Lewandowski is to get in the game, though, isn't it? This is the goal, though, from Dembele. No way in the world that he should be able to score from there. Yes, he strikes it well, but he strikes it through the goalkeeper. Chesney gets down really late there. He has to be saving that. A top draw goalkeeper saves that. If it's Manuel Neuer, if it's Ter Stegen, if it's Ederson, Alisson, they save that. Really hard for Moise Keane.
Throw in Juventus. Busquets. Great switch. Aubameyang, 1v1. Danilo. Mentioned Bremer, Torino, one of the best defensive teams in Serie A. Good ball movement. Alba. Just a little short for Di Maria there. Up there by Locatelli again.
Di Maria, haven't mentioned his name in the last 10 or 15
lines there
minutes.
for a little break. Defensively, 38
well
minutes.
for Juventus.
They trail 1-0 on the goal from Ousmane Dembele.
Finding those pockets of space in the middle of the field. Now he's out there hugging the
of this game.
Poor
Moise Kean is ploughing that lone furrow up there. He really is.
Locatelli out wide.
He's being marked by Garcia, which means then Christensen can drop off, or Garcia can get in front of Kean, and Christensen goes behind him. It's really, really hard for Moise.
Kick it with his left foot.
Moise Kean kicks it right through the back of the net. 39th minute. We are all level.
It's a terrific cross, this from Cuadrado. But Serginho Dest isn't close enough. He gets tucked far too far in here, Serginho Dest. Leaves himself far too much to do to get across. This is really half-hearted, just dangling a leg out. That's poor defending from Dest, but what a great cross from Cuadrado. Into that corridor of uncertainty. Ter Stegen can't come for it. Poor defending from Garcia as well. Moise Kean inside of the right foot. Thank you very much, 1-1.
And Matty, dare I say, Moise Kean, very Robbie Keane-like there in the middle. Just get the ball in the back of the net. And Kean made the good run through the center towards the 6. Slots it home. Good ball from Cuadrado. And we are level at 1.
Well, I'll let you tell Robbie Keane that you're comparing him to Moise Kean. I would imagine the goal-scoring record's slightly different, but you're right.
Well, I didn't say Robbie Keane was Moise Kean-like. I said Moise Kean
just the name
was Robbie Keane-like. That does make a difference.
It does, you're right.
1-1, Barcelona back on the football here. And you can use any excuse you like about the Heat. Great teams make great plays. Both of these teams have done that thus far. Dembele, he did it just moments ago. Dembele! Dembele! He does it again! It's 2-1! Go to sleep now, Juventus defense! Ousmane Dembele is here at the Cotton Bowl.
I don't care whether it's a testimonial, a pre-season friendly, or the Champions League final. When you draw level, you then stay tough, you stay resolute, and you take it to half-time at 1-1. This is dreadful defending. Cuadrado half-hearted there. Nobody forces Dembele to get his head down whatsoever. No one gets close enough. Look at this defending from Cuadrado. Just dangles a leg. Dembele says, thanks very much. I'll cut the ball back onto my left foot and I'll find that far corner. Magnificent from the young man. He can go both ways. Cuadrado with his hands up. He doesn't want to tackle him. He's in the penalty area. Absolutely dreadful. But Dembele, that's a talent right there.
Nothing Chesney could do on that one, to be fair. It's 2-1 Barcelona in the 42nd minute. It's 2-1 Ousmane Dembele. Juve. Di Maria gets pushed down. The referee with a late whistle there. Wanted to let play on. Too much in it there from Barcelona's defense, and it'll be a free kick for Juventus. Far side, right near midfield. They have to now settle down again and try to get back into this one before the break.
Well, you wait minutes and minutes and minutes, don't you, for that London bus to come, and then all three come at once. Absolutely magnificent. 34th minute, 39th, and the 40th minute.
The bus is full of goals, and here comes Cuadrado again on this left side. Cuadrado! Zakaria from 24 smashes it high and wide.
I agree. Smashes high and wide. There's never any belief here in Zakaria that he was going to get that knee over the ball, that he was going to strike through it with the laces. It's always arcing away from goal. Ter Stegen just watched that one sail over the crossbar.
Ter Stegen. Players on either side, he'll use Christensen. Building out of the back, Barcelona. Dest. Loose pass there, nicely cleaned up. Lewandowski all the way back. Not exactly where you want him living, that's for sure, but good work by Lewandowski to make sure he cleans it up defensively for Barca.
Give him some credit. He wants to touch the ball. He's going to go anywhere to touch the ball. He wants to get into the game, but you're right, he wants to be playing in between the width of the penalty area.
Is there more in it here before the halftime? Bremer comes all the way across there. Quick throw. Kessie. Busquets. Alba. Cross past the 6 there. Aubameyang made the run. Stays in play. That's good work by Alexandro. Bremer and Bonucci switching spots there in the center of defense right now. Ball got on the field there. A second ball may have been a little distracting there on the far side. Di Maria didn't really notice though. And it'll be a throw-in for Juventus. 44th minute. A late flurry of goals here in this first half. Ousmane Dembele with 2, Moise Kean with 1, and that's where we stand. 2-1 Barcelona. Played all the way back now, Chesney. Bonucci, that is a bad giveaway there. He hadn't done that this half, that's for sure. He was breaking lines rather well. This one, not so much. Dembele. Kessie! Oh, what a save there, Chesney. Should have been 3-1. Dembele, the goal scorer, turns provider to Kessie. And Chesney is equal to the task.
It really was, and I've watched a number of highlight reels of Frank Kessie, and quite often he will just have a little dink over the goalkeeper. Here he goes with power. Credit Chesney. I thought he was culpable for the first goal, but this is a wonderful save from Chesney.
Really is, just over the crossbar, so it'll be a corner kick on the far side. In-swinger, here it comes. They'll play it short instead. Busquets out wide again. Dembele now on the left. Christensen. The Barca fans certainly want at least one more here, Matt, in the final moments of the first half. 2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on here. Dest. Oh, what a turn by Busquets. Nothing the youngster Rovella could do but throw in Juventus. Tug him down. Free kick Barcelona.
It's a wonderful save from Chesney.
Really is, just over the crossbar, so it'll be a corner kick on the far side. In-swinger, here it comes. They'll play it short instead.
He knows where everybody is. He's always got that picture in his head as the ball's coming towards him.
Gets out wide again.
The ball comes to him and then he decides what to do. He's already decided what he's going to do with the ball before it comes to him. Such a good player, Busquets.
Christensen. The Barca fans certainly want at least one more here, Matt, in the final moments of the first half. Being worked out on the youngster player from Alexandro.
Yeah,
2 minutes of stoppage time to be added on here. It will be a free kick here. Busquets. Again, perfectly switched the pitch here. Dest. Oh, just in front of Lewandowski. You like the thought. Oh, what a turn by Busquets. Nothing the youngster Rovella could do but grab the shirt and tug him down. Free kick Barcelona.
Everything's down the flanks from Barcelona's point of view. And certainly not to the detriment of the side. That's for certain. Head on the swivel. Busquets knows exactly what is going on around him. He knows where everybody is. He's always got that picture in his head as the ball's coming towards him. It's not the ball comes to him and then he decides what to do. He's already decided what he's going to do with the ball before it comes to him. Such a good player, Busquets.
He'll pull it back. We're into the second of the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Maybe a little frustration being worked out on the youngster from Alexandro.
Yeah, can't get anywhere near Dembele, so I'll kick the youngster.
It will be a free kick here, Busquets.
Considering it's 100 degrees.
Again, perfectly switched the pitch here. Oh, just in front of Lewandowski. He liked the thought, not the execution, and Chesney's on it.
He's just not getting into the game, Lewandowski. Everything's down the flanks from Barcelona's point of view. And certainly not to the detriment of the side, that's for certain. You don't need to spend 50 million on Lewandowski the way they're playing right now. It's just all about how can they get him into the game.
Dembele, on the hat trick, Dembele. This is the Soccer Champions Tour. On that little bit of Aubameyang. He'll pull it back. We're into the second of the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Matt, your thoughts on this first 45?
Well, it's been quite... Madrid domestically, overtake them in La Liga, and then hopefully as well catch up with AC Milan. And then of course they can't get knocked out in the early stage. You know, testing a little bit today, Dave.
Keep your eye out for Barcelona on Marc-Andre ter Stegen in net. Jordi
leaders, and Bonucci is a born leader. Now Chiellini has obviously gone to